Next on Be More to Do More podcast. Are you a leader in your business, your community, your church, or even your career, and you're experiencing low morality, some disconnections, or even negativity amongst your team members? Well, today we're going to talk about how leading through self-awareness can help grow and rebuild the morality of your team and even build connections amongst your team members to accomplish the goals that you set. And this is all coming from an intense therapy session that I've had that I'm going to let you guys in on today. So let's
talk about it. When the last time you told somebody keep their head up cause you concerned about them. Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy. We don't play about them. Going hard for the game, showing love, always tolerate hate around it. Sticking to keeping it real, we never keep up with the scope. Wanna be more than do more than most. Wanna be more than do more than most.
This episode is brought to you by Lucilla's Cleaning Service, where your cleanliness is our business. Now, this company specializes in commercial and residential cleaning. So if you want a free quote, be sure to reach out to their website at www.lucillascleaningservice.com.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to Be More to Do More podcast, where we help you to become the person you need to become to do the things you're called to do. Your boy Tone in the building. And my guy,
Henry Allen Harton.
the what?
Third.
Don't forget the
Hooray.
Hey, back in this thing. We back in this thing. About to bring
man.
the pain, cause we back in this thing.
About to bring the pain.
Be more. I mean, you can tell.
I'm old this was
Tell I'm old, bro. You can tell. Like my lyrics sucks. Not saying the older guy sucks, but jeez, man, they used to rhyme like one syllable.
Yeah, I was in the barbershop yesterday and they were talking about the dude. He played some kind of new music or something. He was like, "What you got living into?" And then the guy changed the music to some Jeezy Soul Survivor. He was like, "All right, now we ain't all that old now." I was like, "Damn, I Soul Survivor."
What?
Yeah,
that's old?
Right, that's what I said. Right.
Jesus.
That's what I said. I'm like, dang, I must have missed something.
Man, I was just telling my leadership group on a church call, I said, once upon a time, they used to talk about, hey, you used to hear in the corporate world and like media, what we need to do to get the millennials. We're trying to sell to the millennials. Now it's all about the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Like, they talking about Gen Z. I said, we must be getting old.
Yeah.
We must be getting old, man. So,
you old, Tom.
Yeah. Now that I'm rhyming one syllable words, But anyway, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? What you got going on today?
Hey, I had therapy, bro.
Ooh.
I had therapy, man. I feel like this is my first session. Mm-hmm. So to you doobies out there, you might have had therapy before, but I didn't know it was like, it's intense, but it's life-changing.
Yeah.
Sense, I feel like I'm a pretty aware person. Mm-hmm. And she can tell, like my therapist can tell, but some of the stuff she unlocked though, man. Like, golly, man. Had your boy now almost about to cry, bruh. I didn't drop a tear. I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong with crying, but man, like, I'm okay. For one, I struggled with being vulnerable for so long, especially in front of my wife, So
I feel like I gotta be hard in front of her.
Yeah, man, gotta be hard. Yeah.
Chris
Ann, bruh, she how
she tough. She tough. Yeah.
But she in a season where she living her soft, what they call it, soft girl.
Oh, she in soft life? Oh, soft life. Shoot.
Nah, real talk, but she always been in that, not always, but as we got older, she's been changing on me, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's gotten to the point where she a little bit more. Yeah. The things that when we were younger, because you gotta think about it. I met Chris Ann when I was 23. She was 24. Let's just put that age out there. My bad, babe. Yeah. But oh man,
she okay, boy. I'm sorry, Chris Ann. I ain't mean it like that. I ain't mean it like that.
Hey, I do it like that.
I mean it like that.
I do it like that all the time, man. She was like, And I be telling mine, I'm like, come with your old man. She's like, yeah, you is old. I said, no, I'm his old man. I'm your tenderoni. You my sugar mama. I be messing with her.
Oh man.
But she's changed to the point where like now she is a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Now she's still Chris Sam, but intimately now. Mm. And I guess I didn't catch up with the change. Mm. You know, so now I developed this thing where it's really tough for me to be vulnerable now. Mm-hmm. I think my son opened me up a lot too, though. Mm-hmm. You know, having him.
Kids will do it to you.
Yeah, definitely. So just going to therapy, man. Like my therapist, man, she unlocked a lot of emotions. Not even emotions, but she gave me perspective that I've been struggling with since I was a teenager. I was young, bro. Mm-hmm. One example. We talked about this on the podcast, man. See, you guys are witness. You remember when we was talking about like dominant traits and being dominant? And I said I don't like that side of me.
Oh yeah,
you remember that? Yeah. So we talked about that, but we didn't use those terminology because I was telling her, I said like we was talking about the situation. I was like, man, I just don't like the aggressive side of me. I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. She was like, you know what? She got on me. She was like, you need to have some more grace with yourself. I see doobies, I'm letting you know.
And did she do the finger like
you
that too?
You need nah, but I can tell like in our communication.
They wear that finger, they know they're serious though.
Yeah, you know when you can tell her demeanor got serious. Yeah. So I knew she wasn't just fluff. You know, I'm letting y'all in. So she was like, you need to have more grace with yourself. Mm-hmm. She was like, why do you say, and she noticed I was trying to be cautious with my words too. Mm-hmm. She was like, why do you say, or why do you think, you know, you keep saying I don't like that part of you. You got to understand that is a part of you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man. And she was like, you got to have more grace around that area. And she was like, instead of saying or trying to suppress it, you need to be more curious about that part of yourself. Mm. And for so long, and I've been telling my dad this, I said, man, I feel like I got two sides. It's tatted on my arm, two sides.
Dang.
Yeah. I said, I feel like I got two sides, and I've been dealing with this conflict. I feel like I got two sides. I'm too nice, but then I'm too rah-rah, you know, if I get outside. And I just didn't like that part of me, but she was like, you got to ask yourself why. And when she was like, you got to be more curious. Then she gave me an example. She was like, so what if your son turns 18? And then he get really mad, like, oh, you know, just going off. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, naturally, you're going to want to, like, you know, buck up too.
Right. But
she was like, but you as a father, you're going to be like, son, calm down. Tell me what's going on. You know, talk to me. Talk to your dad.
Will you do that though?
Huh?
Will you be that way? Because I don't know. I might have to be like, I might have to put the hands on you, but
well, I mean, I don't know. but the situation may not be coming towards you.
Yeah, for sure.
He might just be mad, you know.
Yeah.
And she was like, that part of you, that's how you should talk. Like, hey, what's going on? Talk to me, you know, like. And yo, I kid you not, it was a tear right here. Like I was like, man, y'all got me out here. I'm a thug, man. I'm a player, man. I ain't about that now. But anyway. So she talked to me about a lot of other things too concerning Chris and I, but you know, that's our marriage. I'm not gonna put that out there. But she told me, she was like, you've been suppressing it for so long. So when it leaks out, she said, I call it raw, you know. And I'm like, dang. And she was like, and it leaks out in like different areas.
You said like rah type?
Like raw.
Or raw?
Raw. Like
okay.
It's raw. She was like, it's not aggressive. She was like, that's not aggressive. You know, change the name. That's your advocate. And
that's your advocate?
Yeah. She said, that's your advocate. And she was like, you got to understand.
What does she mean by, what does she mean by your advocate?
Because, okay, so I always had this thing that I wasn't heard. So going back to, I think we talked about this too, being the underdog. So I always had a feeling that I wasn't heard. My voice was always like, I don't like to yell, you know. I've always been chill. So like, it's always been a thing that I felt like I wasn't heard. So, you know, it's this thing that it's not that it built up inside of me, but it's my voice who is here to advocate for me have been suppressed for so long. So when it do come out, it comes out raw, like in the form of aggression. So even in my marriage, like if I get to the edge, then I boom, you know, like not blow out. Nothing. I ain't to the point where I'm violent, but you know, I'm a girl, you know, aggressive. And I didn't know what that was, but now I know. Oh, that's a part of you speaking out for yourself. You know, protecting yourself. It's your advocate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just been suppressed for so long. So I told her, like, dang, like she unlocked, and I didn't even tell her that I had issues with, you know, not being heard or feeling like I wasn't heard.
Right.
But she said, yeah, that's your advocate. Just, you know, she was like, be curious around it. Hey, what's going on? Talk to me. You know, what is it about, you know, what's bothering you or whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, that unlocked so much confidence within myself, because I felt like, I didn't feel like I had to be timid, but that part of me, how people respond to it makes them timid. And I didn't like to be, I think we talked about, like, I didn't want you, like, we was talking and we had a conversation. I was like, I don't want you walking on eggshell.
Right.
Yeah, it makes, like, I'm not saying you was timid. I'm not saying it, but.
You trying to say I'm scared of you? That's what I'm trying to say, man. Go ahead and say it, man. Scripture. Just go ahead and say it.
God is faithful, man. Amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Sorry,
I just don't like, because I like people. I'm open when I meet people, so I want people to be open. You know what I mean? So I just don't like how people respond to that. So I kind of locked it away. But she was telling me that if I learn to develop a healthy relationship with that, it'll become softer.
So what does that look like, though? Have you figured out what it looks like?
Man, instantly. Because because again, I am self-aware, so I know it's there.
Right.
And I've been dealing with it for a minute. So now, like, even like a day ago, I was tested, right? So I was like, Tom, what's going on? You know, like, talk to me. And then I can hear it talking back. It's weird. It's weird, you know, but, you know, you can, okay, you just feel this way.
So you kind of feel yourself revving up type of, like.
Yeah. And I'm like, man.
Like, why am I mad?
Yeah. And like, I'm like, I just feel like, I'm like, oh, okay, you see it this way. It could be this way, though. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, like, just in the 2 or 3 days I've been practicing it, I can see a different. Yeah, you know, and just even how I voice things now in 2 or 3 days, it's different. You know, like, okay, dang, like, it just really unlocked a lot that was in me, pretty much.
Yeah, like this is a huge topic for leadership. Yeah, because, man, like, and sometimes, like, all right, so story time, right? Wait. Story time. So, all right. So, I had a situation where, you know, something happened, right, and my first initial, like, response to it, like is. What? Like what? Like what? Why we do that? That was like, why we even do that? Right. But internally, though, I know that people are gonna make mistakes, and that it's okay. And I want, you know, but like my first initial response though to it, is not what it needs to be. So I think there's like, with you being able to kind of be more in tune with those emotions in that particular section of your life, is going to help you be a much better leader, because it's just, I guess it's like emotional intelligence or maturity.
Well, I think for me, it is, emotional intelligence been there because I know it's there. It just, my relationship with it has now changed. You know what I mean? So then it was like, yo, chill out, calm down. I'm suppressing it. Yo, you tripping. You know, I'm telling myself this, like, calm down. What you getting mad for, without hearing it out. Doobies, this is Be More to Do More podcast.
And we have some exciting news for you today.
Listen, we're coming up on 1 year of Be More to Do More podcast, and we really appreciate you all for rocking with our content. But listen, y'all don't want to miss this opportunity right here.
Yes, sir. We've launched an email subscription list where you'll get bonus episodes, get behind the scenes information, as well as discounts on all merchandise and events. Best part about it, it's free.
It's free. This is the chance to dive deeper into conversations you love.
Yes, sir. So hit that subscribe button right now and join our incredible community.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So even with my wife, I would find myself mimicking those same thing with her versus saying, hey, calm down. What, talk to me. What's going on? Like, how are you feeling right now? Versus being that in tune with myself. You see what I'm saying? So like, bro, you tripping, calm down. Like my relationship and how I talk to myself changed. So now I get a better response from myself. Oh, I feel this way. Oh, okay.
So you're able to catch it even before it comes out.
Yeah. Well. This is where the self-awareness beforehand came into play. I would always just take a break. Like, I won't react.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the problem is that when you suppress and you don't react, it builds up.
Right.
So when something do happen, it off the handle, you just going off, right? And you just never know what might happen, But now I take a moment and I talk to myself like, hey, what's going on? Why are you feeling this way? Talk to me, Oh, okay, I feel this way. This is why I feel this way. Oh, because back then, this is how I perceive something. So I'm perceiving the same thing, but that may not even be the case.
Right.
So I'm talking to myself.
Right.
Like, it's a good self-talk. Now it's like a better relationship. So now when I view, when something happened, I'm not only taking a break, but I'm actually having healthy self-talk with myself.
Right. So
therefore, if it happened again, I can know how to adjust and handle the situation properly, pretty much. So there's a difference. Like, people can be self-aware, but you can be restraining something or suppressing something. Yeah, suppressing something. So you can be suppressing something and put on, like, I'm not saying I was putting on, but I just didn't know how to effectively communicate with that part of myself. It just changed the dynamics of communication.
Yeah. And it's going to help you, like, effectively communicate with other people too.
Definitely.
Because again, like, I think it's a lot of people that struggle with anger in a sense, or or when things don't go their way, they just react versus having a good relationship with that anger or with that, disappointment, even to be able to, again, express it to their team or to the people that are around them, to their family, to their, spouse in your sense, right? Man, that's big.
Even in my relationships, like, I feel comfortable now, like, okay, you ain't gonna blow up. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just really learning how to effectively communicate within myself so I can do that with other people. And just kind of like, I believe that God places, and I don't think we talk about this in the Christian community, like self relationships. I believe that he put us in a position to govern ourselves so that we can learn how to govern with other people as well. I think, like, the things that I'm learning within myself, I'm eager to teach somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because from what I learned within myself, I see it in the streets. I see it, like, in our culture. You know what I mean? I see it so many other places, like the black on black crime, the killing, and I'm like, man, these people have misdirected anger or aggression, and we're just not aware of it. So I'm like, man, like, if I can get this in 1 hour, you know what I mean? Just imagine what would happen if multiple people get this, and begin to practice it too. Practice it too. You're not gonna be perfect,
right?
But just to put it in practice, that's all. So yeah, man. It was an awesome conversation, man. And what I realized, Okay. What I realized is that it brought me back to the book. Two things. They clone Tyrone. They clone Tyrone. We might be late on this topic because it was trending, man. But hey, we don't care. We're gonna bring it back because I do have a perspective. They clone Tyrone, and then we read the book or listened to the book.
Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting the Devil. You know what I mean? So I see a, and then with this conversation, dang, it's crazy how all this.
Yeah, tying together, huh?
Yeah, because we had this conversation like before I even went to therapy.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that, first of all, they cloned Tyrone. People started talking like crazy conspiracy. They cloned Jamie Foxx and like, I'm like, y'all got that from the movie? Like,
man, these folks be coming up with like all kind of stuff. I don't know what these folks be like. People got some imaginations.
Yeah,
like they got some. Like I get it, but come on, man. Some of this stuff just be like, you can't be serious,
man. I'm gonna say this too though, but that's the biggest trick of the enemy, the biggest trick of Satan. Yeah, of course. He's going to misdirect their attention, you know, to really bring attention to what's really going on and the main message of the movie. You saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not about the cloning, but it's about the things that we subscribe.
Right.
The things that we've been subscribing to unknowingly or without questioning in our culture, you know what I mean? That's bringing a lot of toxicity in our community, and we just pass this down from generation to generation. You know, that's the cloning part. You feel me?
Yeah,
that's the cloning part. Like instantly, the first I think 15 minutes, I see old boy get shot up. You know what that did to me, bruh? Like, I hate to see that. I even hate to see it on social media and all that, like us killing each other, but.
Yeah.
To see that, and I'm like, man, what made that brother do that? Like, what's on your mind to even go that far to where you want to take another man's life?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, seeing that,
I don't think people understand. Like, I just don't think like kids, like not kids, like the younger generation. I mean, even our generation, right? But like when you're younger,
right,
you don't understand the gravity of like someone's life.
Yeah.
Like you don't value people's life.
Right. Yeah.
So therefore, like, you just looking at it from a selfish perspective. This person disrespected you, or this person, like, and a lot of times, man, it's crazy. A lot of times, if you ask that person, like, why you beefing with them, they can't even tell you.
Nah, no.
Like, you know, well, because they the ops. Okay, well, why are they the ops? Like,
right.
Why don't y'all get along?
See what you're doing here? You're questioning.
Yeah, they don't question. They just following the trend, following the friends. And I get it, right? Because we all were been there, right?
Right.
But you know, it's I don't know. I don't know. That's it's something that's kind of passionate for me because I you know, I wonder how can I get through to somebody that thinks that way.
Right.
You know, and it's kind of like, I don't say keep me up at night, but like something like that is like, I care about these kids so much and like people so much that
right.
I don't want to see them go down that path because they don't have to.
No, they don't. But I think that's the thing, man. Like, you got to question the narrative.
Yeah.
You know? And one thing that Outwitting the Devil talks about, you know, the conversation with the devil was like, yo, most of these people are drifting. They're just going with the flow. They're going with what they see. They're going with what they learned, and they're not questioning these narratives. They're not questioning the messaging of somebody else's life. Like, why did that person choose to go that route? Okay, why did this person choose to go that route? Why are they telling me this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Why are we not questioning these narratives? And just to come back to therapy, it allowed me to realize that the number one trick of Satan is to have us blind to these type of things. You know what I mean? Like, to have us blinded to these type of things. And what we do is we misdirect, you know, our quote unquote revelation to some other theory And Satan like, ha ha ha, I got y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even in church, the book talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the devil. Y'all need to stop doing that, right? But how? You know, how do we stop doing this? Where did it come from?
Oh, it's church the devil, and make sure you clean it up a little bit.
Man, depending on what church you're attending. I ain't gonna say all churches of God, man, but I think we just subscribe. Even I'm gonna say this because again, how many of us believers are actually gonna sit down and study the Word for ourselves and pray and ask for revelation? You know what I mean? Or we're just gonna subscribe to what our parents taught us. Not saying that everything they taught us is wrong, right? But you still got to question it. Yeah, you still have to.
You got to get your own understanding of it.
You have to get your own understanding, you know, and that's just what it is. Because we're here to make a difference. So one of the biggest tricks of the enemy is to not have us. He can't make us do anything, but cause us to be blinded to certain things and not ask questions as to why. And even you would hear, don't question God. But the Bible didn't say that.
They don't?
No. God said, ask. He said, ask.
Dang, it don't say that?
No, the Bible do not say that. Don't question God. Tell me what scripture.
I don't know. I just always heard it. I just always heard it.
Oh, man. Y'all
don't question God.
Y'all gonna make me change up the lyric, the scripture of the day, man. Because if any man lack wisdom, let him ask. And it will be given to him, upbraided or not. Meaning, God will give him what he's asking for in clarity and entirety. You know what I mean? So, knock and the door should be open. Ask and you shall find. Seek and you shall find. Like these are Jesus' words. He's not telling us not to ask because he's our friend. You know, if we're in his will, and there's a contingency there. But we always heard, don't question God. You know, I question God. Now you should, but the Bible also says ask in faith. Now, if you're asking out of faith, like if you're asking in a sense of blaming, why you do this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what they meant. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, the English language is crazy. Yeah. Because when you say don't question God, you know, you can say like, oh, don't question but like it could be saying like God don't make mistakes. Right. So don't question that he didn't make a mistake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that could be that's what they meant by it.
Yeah. You gotta explain it though.
Yeah, you gotta explain it.
Or if you're the
words are important, man. It's crazy, especially in the English language.
Yeah. So you should ask in faith, asking with an expectation of receiving an answer, but clarification, you know, for the sense of being curious and just wanting to learn from God and learn purpose. You know what I mean? That type of thing, and not just blaming and pointing fingers. You know, there's a difference. But yeah, we are subscribed to these narratives, and what happened is that this affect us in our internal conversations. You know, like I think maybe like, so that aggression part of me, I saw it as aggression and I saw it as, you know, it's not good, you know, but I was blind to what it actually was. So the trick of the devil was that to keep me blind in that area so that when it does leak out, it leaks out toxicity and it affects people differently, right? You know, in a bad sense, right? But now that I understand it, you know, okay, I love that part of me. Begin to love that part of you. Now God can use this part of you to propel the gospel or the ministry, you know, or the message that he's giving you for your life. So
how do you feel your life is like with this new understanding that you have of you know, soft life?
Soft life.
How do you see your life like adjusting or changing because of this information that you have now about yourself?
I think,
or this embracing that you're doing of yourself.
Well, I'm gonna say, okay, business. So when you're a Christian, right, and you serve the Lord, you know, sometimes you can commingle business and ministry. Okay. You know what I mean? So like people like, how much you charge? Oh man, I ain't got it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Can you do this for me? You know, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
Dang, well, you better than me, boy. Gosh.
Yeah. What? No,
Okay.
that's not good at all. That's toxic. That's toxic.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely toxic. That's what I'm saying. Like, before that would take place, and I'm like, nah, you know, if you can't afford it, then come see me when you can. You know what I mean? Versus being like super aggressive about it. And
I'm a firm believer in that. I'm telling you, man, I'm a firm believer in everybody got money. Firm believer in it.
well, yeah, because I mean, I don't think that was your struggle. You know, like me, I knew it. Like I knew it mentally. Okay, yeah, you. Because here's the thing: you can hear these things, right, and you can believe them, but there's a part of you that's still operating in an old system. And we're gonna talk about what Myron Golden talked about probably in the next episode or something. But you're still operating the old system. But this therapy session allowed me to understand that, hey, this advocate here is here to help you. So when something arises, yeah, let that beast out, but not in an aggressive way.
Right.
But you know, just understanding like this is who you are.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's who you are, and that part of you is for a reason. So now in business, it's gonna be a little different. You know what I mean? So it's just what it is, and I just thank God for that, man, because now it just helped me a lot, especially in confidence. You know, now I don't have to. Am I being too strong? Am I being too nice? You know, having that battle there. So, you know, it just helps me bring together myself in entirety. When we talk about perfection, man, going back to Bible, the word in Greek for perfect, people think is to get everything right or to do everything right. That word perfect means whole, complete, entirety. We began to dismiss certain parts of us and, you know, separate parts of us that we don't like, and we put it to the side.
Right.
But again, it's causing toxicity, which is what the enemy wants, either in your life or other people's lives, and you're not seeing that. But when you begin to love every part of you, then you're bringing yourself together as whole, entirety, perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you're able to operate with a sense of purpose because you're whole and complete. And by this information, you can help somebody else. So, yeah, man.
Dang, you know what? Yeah, I was just listening to your story, right? Makes you think about the lyric of the week.
I'm still new to these buttons, man.
I threw you off, dog. You gotta be ready. Be ready. Never know when I spit it out. But nah, lyric of the week though, like,
all right.
And it's crazy that you said that almost made you cry because it's part of the lyric, right?
Okay.
So this lyric comes from Jermaine Cole.
J. Cole.
And he says, "Fighting back tears, I promise to switch gears. I told myself whatever you do, you won't do it partially."
Ooh.
So like for you, like you don't have to fight between, you know, being too you know, soft or being too aggressive.
Well, that's heavy.
Like you're gonna be able to really like go at it full speed
That's
and
heavy.
not have to worry about you know it affecting in a negative way.
Bars. Bruh. You just unlocked something else, man. I feel like
Ooh, what you got? What you got?
Therapy session, man, because we talked about this in JT&S. I believe there's a lot of people out there who are operating in heaviness, you know, who's easily feeling drained and tired because they are battling within themselves. You know what I mean? That fight within yourself takes so much energy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if we're able to operate in the sense of love and loving ourselves, then we will bring ourselves into completeness or completion or, you know, wholeness or whatever. So it will make us a little bit lighter, able to take flight and pursue purpose. When I had that session, man, I just felt, first of all, I felt like she opened me up. Like, so like when we got off, I'm just sitting there like dazed, like, bro, they're like, this ain't never happened. And she said, she was like, when we're done, you may feel a little vulnerable and stuff like that, you know, and
go put some clothes on.
go put some clothes on, man. So I just sat there like
in the house with a winter coat in 90-degree weather.
Oh, I had a hoodie on, man, and I'm just sitting there like in the days just reflecting, like, and just all this stuff started coming out, and God started giving me more revelation.
That's so crazy. That's how you know she good at what she do.
Yeah,
she's like, hey, you may feel a little vulnerable after this session.
She knew exactly how I was gonna feel. I'm like, well, you fine.
Yeah.
She fine. Yeah, man. Like, shoot, bro. Like, she gonna be in my back pocket, man. I'm telling you, like, for real. But yeah, man. It's definitely something, man, and it just have me realize that a lot of us out here are just going out here and not understanding who we are entirely, and not necessarily because we're not seeing who we are, but we're dismissing a part of who we are, you know, versus embracing, you know, and understanding the history that we've been through, and then even the strongholds, you know. Strongholds, right? Yeah, even the strongholds, man, and you begin to see those more often, and yeah, just doing the work. That's what it's about, and stuff like that. So, did I say what I had to say? You said something that sparked something. I feel like it's there, but I forgot it. What was your main code verse again?
Fighting back tears. I promise to switch gears. I told myself, whatever you do, you won't do it partially.
See? Now I feel like I don't have to do anything partially. I can just, like you say, I can just go full force.
Yeah.
And I think the enemy, I'm not the enemy, but I think once a lot of the people understand this, they won't feel bottled down and they can go full force or whatever, man.
Yeah, I mean, you just think about how many people, again, like you talked about the heaviness, right? Like,
right.
How many people are like going through, like you can't, like they may not even realize, because they may not be like as emotionally intelligent or attuned with themselves as you are. They just keep hitting this roadblock and they can't figure out why. Right. And they may be crying, you know, they're crying every night, cry themselves to sleep every night. Right. And like, man, I just can't figure it out. Like I gotta become successful. I gotta reach my goal, but this keeps happening. Like I don't know, I don't understand. They're frustrated. Right. They're frustrated right now, and they got to figure out like what it is, because that's what's going to be able to move everything out your way and allow you to go full throttle, full speed, and to be able to reach that goal that you're really trying to reach to. Right. Yep. Self-sabotage, man. Like people self-sabotage too. Like, you know, this may be another topic for another episode, but like I think that's a big thing of like, you know, you may know what to do and you still won't do it. Yeah, that's what she said to me. She was like, but that's the thing. I didn't know I was self-sabotaging. She was like, look, I need you to have some grace with yourself here. Yeah. You keep saying, I don't like that side of me, and it's a part of who you are. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I was shocked. Like, what you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you telling me I can like this thing? Right. You know what I mean? I was that shocked. And she was like, you know, you just have to, because at the end of the day, I like to say that we are broken people. The reason why we need Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. You know, he came to save so that we can be in him entire and complete, you know. And there are parts of us that are broken that we have to attend to. But how we attend to should be in love, which brings me to scripture of the week. You like that? You like that, bro? You see how I did that? That was good. Hey, real journalist. That was good. Real journalist out here, man. 1 Peter 4:8. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Like we talk about sin a lot in the Christian community. Like you shouldn't sin this, sin that, but it says here, above all, love each other deeply, because love, and this is the NIV version, because love covers a multitude of sin, and that's just what it is. You know, once you love, I mean, you can say this for one another, right?
But I will also say this for yourself. If you learn to love all of you, then you begin to see yourself in its entirety. And then you begin to see your potential. Like, them goals look a lot easier now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm ready now, man. So, yeah, man. Love covers a multitude of sins.
Yeah, I think, like, it makes you think about that saying, like, people say, like, love conquers all.
Right.
Like, so do you feel like that's what you just got to love yourself?
Yeah, but I think that we do. The Bible instructs us on how to do that. No, the Bible instructs us to do that. But how to do that, I think, may be the problem. How do we love ourselves? I know, one, the Bible also says perfect love casts away all fear.
Right.
So how do we do that? Perfect love, God is love, meaning God is the equivalent to love, or love is the equivalent to God. First, we have to love God, If you want to put it in another term, love. And then because God loves you, he shows you how to love you from his loving you. And you witness that love, you begin to love others. But I think our journey is having that relationship with God and learning how to love ourselves so that we can teach others what love really is and what it looks like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Boom.
Man, look like we about to get out of here early. What you thinking?
Yeah, man. I like it.
You got anything else?
Nah, I mean, I think you hit it. I mean, I think, obviously, like, like, even if it ain't like I don't know, maybe somebody should go to a professional, but like, you got to be able to have somebody you can talk things out through.
That's true.
Yeah. Somebody that's going to be, like, I'll give you an unbiased, example.
Right.
Or unbiased opinion.
Right.
That has nothing to gain off of you feeling one way or the other.
Right.
But it could change your situation. But at the end of the day, right, you gotta choose to love yourself, because through that revolution, that's what's gonna.
That's true.
Make everything happen for you.
I want to talk to the leaders.
Revelation.
I thought, do you want a revolution? Man, I want to talk to the leaders, though, because leaders, we are put in a position where people look up to us, and I know Be More to Do More, we're not here. I can't say we're not here to help everybody, but if we can help 1 or 2 or 3 leaders, they say 1 put 1,000 in the flight, 2 put 10,000 in the flights. That's Bible. If we can help maybe 2 or 3 leaders to find a way to go get the help. I'm not saying go get the help like you got problems, but
no, you got problems. I will say it. My
man, look at
you got problems.
Look. That's why we're a team, man. I'm gonna sweeten it up a little bit, but he's just gonna say it. He's just gonna say it raw.
Stop capping with yourself. Like, just be real with yourself. You got problems.
You got problems.
It's okay. We all got problems, but you got to embrace it.
Yeah. So, with that being said, so you're called to people. You're a leader. You're called to people. And in order to serve people better, you have to go get the help yourself. You know what I mean? That's going to do that much better to the people that you help. It's going to be beneficial for them.
Yep.
So that they can go out and help people.
Yep.
And then those people can go out and help people. Man, that's how it's going to sound so cliche, but that's how we make the world a better place.
Yeah. Bro, like, I used to like, I ain't gonna say crash out on this, but like, it used to bother me so much because I wanted to change the world so bad.
Right.
Like, I wanted to change the world so bad. And I realized that the way that you change the world is you change your world.
Ooh.
And when you change your world, the people that are around you, everything that you got going on,
right.
Then you can change one person's world.
Right.
And then they'll change the people that they're around, and that's how you create a change that's everlasting. His legacy is through one person and that person starts really with yourself.
That's true.
And then it's impacting another person.
That's true.
But it's not getting on a Zoom call or getting on the stage and talking to 10,000 people. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be able to make I'm not going to say you're not going to be able to make a difference like that, but like, if you want to make a big impact on people,
right,
you change one person's world.
One person. Like that lady did, man.
Yeah.
She
changed your world, man.
Changed the world, man. Golly. Oh, what my claps at? Man, never mind. Bars. We got that, though. You got anything else, brother?
That's it, man.
All right, man. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, share that information, man. Share this information and hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell, man. Let's get this information out of here. And I think we're good to go, man. We're good.
All right. Keep their head up, but you concerned about them. Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy. We don't play about them. Going hard for the game, showing love, on tolerate.